back in Bandit, and we're doing level 18. So I went ahead, loaded it up, and if you remember in the last video, we got kicked out, mostly because the Bandit level's being a jerk, but we got the right password. It just kicked us out every time we tried to log in. So this time we're going to try to get around that. So this is level 18, and right here it says the password for the next level is stored in a file readme in the home directory. Unfortunately, someone has modified .bashrc to log you out when you log in with SSH. Huh. And those are the only 3 commands that it wants us to use. So we're going to say that someone named Carl, totally not based in reality at all, Carl, who we work with, hates us and modified the bashrc file. And so now we cannot SSH into this server to be able to get the information that we need. So Carl's a jerk, and, you know, he's taking out his recent divorce on us. That's just how that goes. But let's figure out how to get around Carl. So, all right. So here's my terminal. I'm going to log in real quick. You don't see this part of my screen, but we're keeping the notes.txt file, which has the passwords for every level. So now with SSH, so there's something to understand here. I know this from working in Linux and doing Linux sysadmin. Linux admin is amazing. It gave me so many good resources, not only to understand Linux and how it operates, but also just to understand how to do my own setup for ethical hacking and pen testing. And actually, OTW, Occupy the Web, who's an author and a teacher, he's taught various levels of the United States government. He also wrote the book Linux for Hackers, and it goes into all the different things with Linux admin. It is amazing. I highly recommend it. Fantastic book. I learned so much from it. He actually came out with a second edition, which I recently bought, and I'm excited to go into that and see, what the differences are and what the updates are for the Linux environment as an ethical hacker. But Linux for Hackers actually talks about the .bashrc file that OverTheWire Bandit 18 was just referencing. So bashrc, in it basically not only says like to log you out, but it says like what shell to use, because there's different shells, right? So there's bash, there's sh, there's zsh. And so you can circumvent the bashrc file by logging into SSH and being able to, tell SSH, hey, I want you to log me in to a different type of shell. And that will get you in, like a different type of terminal. Now, I know that from working on Linux, okay? That is not to say that that is not to assume that any of you would know that. However, with this, so looking at Bandit 18, if I didn't know that, I would literally highlight this right here, copy and paste it and put it in Google and see what Google says. I'm saying all of this. If I'm wrong and I don't get this flag and this gets screwed up, I will not cut it from the video and I will look like an idiot and Carl will win. But we can't let Carl win, right? Never going to let Carl win. So let's SSH Bandit 18 at bandit.labs. I don't know why I'm saying all this out loud. We have to do port 2220. And the commands with SSH to log into a different style terminal like SH is -T and then in quotes SH. Okay, so fingers crossed this will work. Oh man, if this doesn't work, I'm going to look so stupid. Okay. I'm going to paste the password that I copied. Okay, what do you know? We're in. That's what that $ means. So, if I do print working directory, home bandit 18. So we are in. So we didn't get automatically logged out by the modified bash file that Carl made. So now we can ls readme. Okay, and if we do cat readme, boom. There is the password for Bandit 19 for the next level. And I'm going to open up my notes on this window that you can't see. And I'm going to add that to the notes section for Bandit level 18. So pretty easy, right? It seems easy, but again, you know, these are just things that I already know from working on Linux. And I encourage you, continue immersing yourself in the world of Linux, in the world of Windows. You don't just go and learn how to be a pen tester, a hacker, and forget the rest of it. You need to understand the basics of like networking, system admins, how they operate. How can you write a script that automates things for you? Because all of these different things play into how we are able to work as ethical hackers or as pen testers. So we got the flag, on to the next.